It is.
Guys, check out his Just Joking podcast. It's awesome. He talks with awesome people about awesome things. Find out all of his dates. And it's, I guess, I've only got your Instagram and Twitter. So I don't find out his dates on the site to be named later. He didn't give me any.
No, he did. He told you about there is a show date. He also gave a link for tickets.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all in there. It's all in there. There's no
I'll forward it to the boys. We'll have it up there by the end of the show.
KevinDombrowski.com has all my my tour dates. I have nothing else on there because I don't care.
Oh, I love that.
I've been there.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm so dead inside. I can't even make fun of her for it anymore.
I can't tell you how disturbing this angle is for this picture.
love
I
it.
know.
It
I love
is.
I had to take it from Joe because she was getting too distracted.
It's too much.
It's horrible.
Oh, horribly
It's
great.
like it's honestly it's like this show. It's equal parts good and bad.
Yeah.
And you have to
but
figure out
mostly
which one.
good.
Like, I'm nauseous, but having a good time.
Sure.
So fun puke.
Yeah.
Another possible name for the show, fun puke. But yeah, it's Joe and I as one single unit.
Yeah, I think
A
you
hybrid,
guys-
if you will.
I think you are due for another rebrand soon. So Fun Puke could be
Is
good.
it worth rebranding when no one cares? to begin with? Like,
That's the
like it's
spirit.
just like someone walking around the street with no friends or family saying, "You know what? Time for a rebranding."
You know what my favorite part is though? Is the set keeps growing even though you claim no one watches.
You know, the few people that do watch, they love giving us the And
I think-
including, did you ever see this one? That is a real dead mouse right there, my
Oh,
friend.
yeah, it's a text.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
Living
don't like that.
forever as a stripper.
I don't like that.
Katie Hardwick.
No, I just love that our two viewers are like, they're going to have to put our tchotchkes out. If we send them something,
And we do.
there's
And they're
no one
great.
else sending stuff.
They're great. All
Can
those
I tell you I have a quick mouse story.
Please.
Didn't you have mice in your house?
I did, and R.I.P. It was found in one of the salad bowls.
No.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
never eat salad.
Dead
again.
in the salad bowl?
No, it was alive. It was dead after we ate it, though. A lot of protein. There was my wife let out a scream like I've never heard in any way that you can take that, and and my father-in-law had a salad bowl with like a cake topper over it, and I went, "What the fuck is happening?" And she was like, "We found the mouse," and he took it out. But when I lived in Harlem, this is so, I'm sure everyone, all two of you that watch this know, my wife and I are buying a house, and this is how little prepared I am to be a homeowner. We had a mouse one time when we lived in East Harlem. I don't know if did I tell you this story?
East Harlem's silly with mice.
Can't remember.
It
Wait,
was on,
go on.
it was on a glue trap. We found it, and I felt really bad. And so I looked up ways to get rid of it while it's still living.
Can't do it.
Wait, I have
They've
heard this,
already-
but you might have told this on your podcast.
Okay, so what I did? Oh, I think I did tell you this.
I didn't know this one.
What I did, so I looked up ways to like get the glue off, and it's olive oil is one of them. And so I went to put a little bit of olive oil on its feet, but I had too heavy of a pour, so I just sautéed it, and I just covered it. I just like lamb basted it in olive oil, right? And then I was on like the ground floor, and it like started to like get out, right? And I felt like good about it, and it ran into like a foot of the snow, and it froze immediately.
That's, like, does olive oil have that effect when you're...
I don't know. I don't know if it was the olive oil or the snow, but I went from feeling like shit to feeling like incredibly hopeful, and then just pure depression after that. Dude, when I tell you, it was like the snow was concrete. It came to a dead stop, and I went
You
upstairs.
just kind of went...
It really, dude. It went, and then it froze. It was
Oh
like
my God.
like Walt Disney.
It's like what Mr. Freeze does to people in comics.
That's exactly what
insane.
it. That's the first thing I thought of.
Well, and it was in East Harlem. Don't patronize me. When I was in East Harlem, our whole building had mice issues, and I've told you the story before. But I had some possibly illegal immigrants above me. Barely speak English, but came down. They're like, "Oh, come on upstairs." As her and her daughter.
I love your immigrant impression.
I think it's pretty accepting.
Oh, come on.
A lot of that.
No wonder those border agents are killing themselves. What a horrible. What a horrible impression.
Or accurate. You weren't there. And a mouse
know
was
them.
stuck on the trap, and they're like kind of questioning what to do. I'm like, oh, you gotta put it out of its misery.
Eat.
Eat it. Save some for me. I'm hungies. And I took the bag, and I was a little hungover, and I put the mouse in there, and you smash it against the wall. Well, I was hungover again, and I just kind of was doing it, and finally I hear, "Sir, we think it's dead," because I was kind of
my
lost track of things and was
God.
doing it a little too much. To the point where it was mouse jello, I'm sure.
Turned into a seafood boil.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yours was frozen, mine was silly putty.
How did we start talking about this?
The mouse in front
Oh,
of me.
yeah.
And also the rat across the table, so.
Sure.
Yeah. So there you go. That's how you do it. Forget about that olive oil. Don't free them. There's too many mice in this world.
No, let it go.
Bag wall.
Let it go.
No, they're vermin.
Or just buy your mice on Katie Hardwick's site.
You're welcome, Katie.
She buys them from a pet store.
Okay.
She doesn't. They're already dead. They aren't like in
Yeah.
her home.
Wait, but they charge her to take the dead mice?
Well, yeah, she buys them, but then she sells it.
Yeah, like they have mice for snakes,
Snakes
or
and-
whatever.
Oh, got it.
for
Okay.
food.
Yeah.
And they're very fresh, and she's got a whole how-to on her site or something.
You're like Gordon Ramsay of the mouse. They're very fresh. That is. Horrible display, you fucking twat.
Saute it in olive oil. Well, I mean, I'm sure you won't have to worry about that when you have a home.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's in the fucking woods, Bill. I am so terrified.
It's just gonna be more mice.
It's going to be more everything.
Did you figure out where the hole is in your house?
Yes, in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
No, it's an old house. Some dude on a ventilator built it. He wasn't on a ventilator when he built it, but he was.
I was like, good for him. He's a hero. He can do a lot.
Yeah, he just got elected to Senate. It's crazy.
Well, actually, okay, so this is good, particularly with regards to both of our precarious professions. Ooh, alliteration. See, maybe I'm a better editor than I thought. This one I liked, and Joe won't care because she's younger. As Gen X and Boomers age, they confront living alone. The country's fastest growing demographic, this doesn't actually apply to you, is people 50 and older who live alone. Nearly 26 million Americans 50 or older.
Bill's diary.
Yeah, up from 15 million.
I'm not a bad editor. Look at all the words I left in.
It's up from 15 million in 2000. That's not that long ago. Older people have always been more likely than others to live by themselves, and now that age group, baby boomers and Gen Xers, makes up a bigger share of the population than at any time in our nation's history. More than 60% of older adults living by themselves are female, while many people in their 50s and 60s
Y'all die early.
Yeah, no shit.
thrive living solo. Research is unequivocal that people aging alone experience worse physical and mental health outcomes and shorter lifespans. Awesome. Many solo adults live in homes with at least 3 bedrooms, since the data shows, but find that downsizing is not easy because there's a shortage of smaller homes.
Yeah.
People can't afford or buy them. A growing share of older adults, about 1 in 6 Americans 55 and older, do not have children, raising questions about how elder care will be managed in the coming decades. This is going to be a big deal. Watching their own parents age seems to have had a profound effect on many members of Gen X, born between 65 and 80, who said that they doubt they can lean on the same supports that their parents did. Motherfucker. I need to buy a gun. Several Gen X solo dwellers said that they had begun exploring options to live communally as they age. That's interesting.
Can I tell you, I don't believe this article. I think the issue with this article is that 50 and above are just like their parents. Because you guys aren't, you're not Bill, you're not what I would call self-aware. No, I'm joking. No, you're actually, I would say you're.
I think I'm too self-aware.
You are. You look like you just failed at a startup. You're very aware of what's happening.
Take it.
I
Tried.
right. No, I think the generation before us is just like their parents because they grew up with their bullshit and they weren't able to complain about it, so they perpetuated the cycle. I think our generation is so aware that we know they fucked us up and we don't like our parents, so we won't take care of them.
You're
I
really
think
putting a
that's-
lot of your shit on the whole generation.
Sorry. What I meant to say is I hate my father.
Yeah,
Next
there
article.
it is. There it is.
I do think you do have a point. I think that our generation is more willing to maybe just throw a little money at the problem versus like, let me take you into my home.
Sure.
Without a doubt.
Which is what it used to be. It's
Right.
like, let me pay for a live-in nurse, or like, let me pay for you to go to a home, versus like, here's the in-law suite.
Yeah, they have to
You don't
move in
really
with
see
you.
that anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I talk about this from the other perspective of like I'm too aware of how fucked up I am, so I overcorrect everything I do when I raise my kid.
Yeah.
So I'm on the other
pretty
side
good.
of that. It is, but
it's
there's-
exhausting, right? Like,
it's
Yeah.
a
mental
living
gymnastics.
fucking hell.
Yeah, the stress.
My daughter walked in on me in the bathroom the other day, and it was like Jesus Christ. It was like the world was seeing me naked, like the panic in my face.
Wait, walked in doing what? What, having a
Just
theory?
going to the bathroom, dude. I'm a
Taking a
psycho.
theory? We've learned that that's what DJ Khaled calls
yeah,
taking
taking a
dump,
poo.
Taking a theory?
Yeah, he's
Why? Because he
having- yeah.
thinks.
I guess. We didn't actually get the definition, but he calls them theories. which I
Surprisingly,
like.
he didn't go into why.
Sure. See, I think that's why people believe him is no one has a follow up. He
Yeah.
just says it in a cool way, and people go, "Cool, I like that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
He doesn't even know what he's saying.
You think when he farts on the toilet, he goes, "Another one."
I hope. He likes the Totos. That's what we've learned. Well, so wait, were you like? I think it's a bigger. I when you don't want him to see it. Well, did she see you naked?
No, I don't let her.
Listen, okay.
Yeah.
When
It's
you,
not-
But also, it's
That's
not like
old
she's.
school, by the way.
It's not like she's begging to. I should say
but
that.
how much, Kevin? How much do you remember from when you were 2? You don't remember a whole lot.
But that's exactly it. Is I realize how fucked up that is.
Yeah.
So there is a balance, but I'm just thinking on the other side of it, of like, okay, so I protect my kid from my personality. That's what you have to do as a parent. Like, so here's my ranging theory. The one end is I don't want to fuck her up because I'm too aware, and there's got to be a self-awareness, and that person will throw more money at their parents than take care of them.
Well,
Yeah.
You're right. It's a
Yes.
cycle. Yeah.
So then on the other side
Very
of the
well
theory is I have to lie to my kid because she won't like me as a person. So for 18 years,
that's-
I have to pretend I'm someone else. You can't be yourself around your
in
kids.
fairness, I usually just look at you in comparing you to Gino, so everyone looks better that way.
Well, that's
But no,
because
but
he's-
you're a good. You like.
Well, isn't
I
it-
don't think you
Yes,
have anything to
yeah,
hide.
but as a rational parent, look, I'm a healthy comic. I am an irrational person. There's a huge difference
Your
there.
past
Yeah.
suggests otherwise, though. Most comics come from some sort of like trauma, and yours came early.
Sure.
But why can't you be both things?
Meaning
Like,
what?
Saying that you can't be yourself. You're just a different version of yourself around your daughter.
Okay, fair,
Right?
fair, but I have to actively try to not be one version of myself in front of her. I have
I
such.
think all parents are like that to a certain extent.
Well, sure, but
You
that's
know,
the
they
hardest part
censor
about
a
it.
lot.
But some just drink in front of their kids and like
Right,
do crazy
right,
shit
right,
in front
right,
of them.
and that's the last generation.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is like we all go through this experience where you get to a certain age and then you realize your parents' personality and you go, I don't think I like them, and you go like I love them, they're my parents, but like we wouldn't be friends. It's
Yeah.
like that. I don't want to do that until she's 18 because I need to help her in life and I don't need to hurt that.
Don't you think
process.
that'll screw her up more when she's 18 and
Of
she
course.
realizes who her father really is?
There's only
100%,
so
but-
much the man could do.
Yeah, but I can't say go to your room and then have her be like, you just fucking did that. Like I can't, I have to have something over her for her to listen to me, and it's that I'm a good person. And then at 18, I can go, surprise, I'm also a shitty person.
I think that's how it works. And by 18, they've already formed as much of what they're going to be. For the most
100,
part.
yes,
So,
yeah.
yeah. fair
Make
game.
your decision to keep me or not at that point, but I need you to listen to me until then.
I've actually found, at least with my generation, maybe a little younger, veering into the millennials, that a lot of the friends that I have that have come from broken homes are the best parents versus those that came from relatively good parents.
I think that as
They're
well.
a little lazy, not that into it. But the ones that come from the broken homes don't want to repeat the cycle, and
Sure.
they're more adamant about being an attentive, good parent.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. But let's get back to me. Don't got the wife, don't got the kids, no prospects. What's going to happen to me per this article?
You know the funniest part about that is you look like a prospector when you say you've got no prospects. You look like you're about to strike gold in Colorado.
Truly, where's your hat?
3 more days, that's all I need.
Well,
They say the only people who are actually making money here are the ones selling the shovels.
Could be a side job
There's
for
an
you.
economic word for that.
I do like that.
Winter is coming. Shovels are
There
important.
was a gold rush in California. It was the people selling overalls, jeans, and shovels.
Sure.
Yeah, but not the gold.
An interesting part of this article is the idea of health of the people who live alone. And I read a study or heard a thing once that makes total sense. The reason why married couples tend to be healthier is because they nag each other to go to the doctor. So
Extra years.
I think so long as, Bill, you continue to go to your doctor's appointments, which I think you are generally pretty good about,
Some, yeah.
that
Medicaid
will
has
keep you in
reminders.
good health.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
They do. Yes, I know that already. Just kidding. Yeah, so there, and also it's, I'm more about quality than quantity life-wise. But it's just like, I don't want to be
Look at her
little
face.
mentally
Like,
infirm.
really?
Look at her
I
face.
don't agree.
I love this. You guys can almost
Yeah,
do a
because you can't
father-son
picture
show.
a world without
father-daughter.
you.
No. When you said you are more quality than quantity,
Life-wise, sure.
your
I'd
life.
rather have a couple good
She's
years.
she's questioning the quality of your life in that sentence.
The quality thing has kind of passed me by. That's why I'm not too worried about it now. But, I had my fun.
That's true.
And now I'm in the
I think
twilight.
it's just that our ideas of quality
I love
vary
this.
vastly.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You two, you are the oddest couple. You are.
Even if the word couple is not used in the way that people think, she will wince anytime you say
Sure,
"are you?"
I
It's
just
the same sentence.
I love this is all two of you are you guys are in for a treat every morning with the
Well, two of you watching.
the personalities of you guys and your life experiences is what makes this good. You know that, right? You know that.
It's nice of
good
you to
is
say this is good.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Look, I don't give a fuck who sees this. I enjoy myself on these
I
shows.
Thank
love
you.
you. And I regret to inform you of that. I don't think today is Whiskey Wednesday. It sounds like I should have put a mint in my mouth.
It's a recovery Thursday.
It sounds like Gino's on some sort of new cleanse again.
These are
Is
the
he?
fucking worst.
Talk about a pattern.
He does these stupid fucking juice cleanses where he thinks it's gonna. It just because he's drinking juice, everything's gonna fall out of him and he's gonna get healthy toxins. That's not, dude. It like how much sugar's in it, and it just doesn't make sense. The only thing that falls out of him is his fucking.
Fury away that many
humor.
toxins, Gino.
Doesn't make any, and then he goes on these cleanses. Like. Let me ask you something. Has drinking juice ever stopped you from answering the phone? That's what happens when he's on these fucking cleanses. Oh, I can't pick up the phone. I'm on a juice cleanse. What do you think? I'm going to fucking ask you to the bar at 1 a.m? How about I'm driving home trying not to have to fall asleep, you fucking selfish cunt? Pick up the goddamn phone.
I'm thinking that he's just minding the blender, and that's why he couldn't pick up the phone.
No.
Like peering over his little reading glasses and waiting for it to
I
stop
just-
so he can have his berry blend.
There's nothing that bothers me more than a Gino that thinks he knows what he's talking about. And this fucking, and juice cleanse
Why do you
Gino
like
is
him?
the worst version of that.
Gino, just eat a sandwich.
And a dick.
Just eat a sandwich.
And a dick.
Speaking of,
Oh, I cannot wait for this segue.
This could go anywhere.
Get it ready.
speaking of being in your 40s. No, how old is Gino? Is
Oh, he's
Gino
80.
50 yet?
53.
Oh,
Turning 54, December 29th, Stand Up New York,
Gino,
one
that is
show.
the only compliment I will give you.
Thank you.
Kevin, you are a husband.
Sure,
You have a wife.
I do.
You are not yet 40.
I don't seem it.
Wait, are you 40?
No.
No.
I look 40 though.
No, you're what? Like
wish I had
you're
this.
younger than me, aren't you? 33?
I'm 37.
Oh,
Thank
hey,
you.
you're
wow.
welcome. Great.
Oh, she's full of
Wow.
How did I ever get
Where
that?
the fuck is that from you?
look like a saddle, Bill.
I didn't have to say it. You said it for me.
Give this
You look like a saddle is the funniest thing I've ever.
Tell me if this is something. I have a feeling this is not something your wife would do, Kevin, but maybe. So, a woman surprises her husband with friends and family on his 40th birthday trip, but the internet is not amused. So, basically, what's the point of a surprise unless you put it on Instagram, which is what this woman did. She planned a vacation for her and her husband, saying it was just going to be the two of them. They are at the airport. Suddenly, friends and family come out, sing happy birthday. He realizes it is a family and friend vacation. for all 28 of them. 28 of them total for his 40th birthday. There's 1.2 million views on this video. Let's give it one more view so you can check it out. Some people are saying this guy looks happy. I do not. I think he looks horrified and disappointed.
Also, like, don't do the surprise.
I think we need to go around here, but
Look, he freezes. He's frozen in fear. Some people smile when they're uncomfortable, Bill. That's me around Gino.
That's true.
This part would piss me off the most.
Right.
The group chorus. Oh, but they're also English. This doesn't matter. They feel differently about their
Look at-
lineage.
there's so
Yeah, this reminds me of the end of Love Actually.
Woman surprises husband with friends and family.
People responding to the video said it's the worst surprise ever. One man who's turning 40 next month said, I'm 40 next month and I sincerely hope this does not happen to me.
Right.
Another person, nah, man, leave the bro alone. One man wondered, does the average person have 26 friends? I don't. Another person, my idea of hell on earth, not that there are 26 people in my family. Mixed reviews here. I'm in the no thanks camp. So, Kevin,
Yes.
if your wife were to do this to you, would you get on that plane or would you drive home?
Well, okay. First off, there's multiple layers here.
Yes.
This guy is oddly happy because he's English, and that needs to be noted. In America, we have get-togethers like Thanksgiving, which is
You know
why we don't
what?
like our fucking families.
Yeah.
And we fight, and you go, fuck, I gotta do this twice in a year now? That would piss you off. This guy's never experienced that.
Yeah, they don't
So,
have Thanksgiving. You're right.
True. So to him, this is like we never all get together.
Mm.
This is great. Let's go somewhere else. That's a fun little trip together. For me,
It's not bad.
I would be so angry at this, especially because half the reason to go on vacation is to get away from your fucking family. And if I got, let me tell you something, this will answer the question. The last day of my honeymoon, I found out LeBron James was going to LA and leaving Cleveland, and it ruined my honeymoon. I yelled fuck in the airport, and then I dropped an acai bowl on my brand new sneakers, and my wife went, well, trip's over. And I found out because my fucking brother texted me, should I get you a Lakers jersey now or later? And that's how I found out. That ruined my trip. Do you think seeing my actual brother would make me happy on that trip?
The closest I've had surprise parties in my 20s.
No, that's called an intervention.
Yes.
Well, they bought me a lot of beer, so they know they got to think about the intervention part of what they're talking
It's like,
about.
and you're here, and you're
And vacation was not vacation, Bill. It was rehab.
yeah, just because all expenses were paid by the state.
What a
doesn't mean it was
lovely
vacation.
resort. No cell phones, though, huh?
And y'all are going to visit me once a week? How nice.
Oh, you guys wrote letters. That's adorable.
Seems like there's a lot of sweating out stuff. But the one I remember, I came home when we were still doing Red Eye to do a first pitch for the White Sox, and I was
That's fun.
extremely nervous about this. And our own Joshua McCarroll, who I think you met, decided to surprise me by inviting my girlfriend. We were on and off a little bit at the time, and the last I had seen her, we got into a fight. Now, I did not want that to happen. Joshua was going to sort of produce the segment, and I was already nervous to begin with, and the last thing I wanted with my parents were already going to be in the stadium was for her to be there as well, as long with a couple of childhood friends. This is never. I don't think these ever go well. These surprises that involve actual
Or first pitches.
Wait,
pitch wasn't great.
isn't this the pitch where you totally missed home plate?
I
We have
overthrew a bit.
Please fucking tell me there's a video of this.
Oh,
somewhere.
there is.
There is a brief one. I wish the
We've
whole
shown it
segment was.
before.
Yeah, Mark Burley was a celebrity catcher, even though he's a pitcher.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a little high.
You spiked it?
I spiked my
threw his-
hat to illustrate how angry I was.
Sports-heavy show.
Yes.
So
look at that was very bullety in my hair there.
Look at how bright-eyed that face
It
is.
wasn't even that long ago. I am really killing myself.
You look like fucking.
I gave a little
Oh,
sign.
it's
say
because you did the
Katsopoulos.
sign of the cross, Bill.
Well, that should have helped me.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a little.
It's not
up
great.
Little up top, but
tried.
Ozzy
Little.
came up to me. He's like, just don't hit the ground. You can overthrow,
All right,
but
that
don't
was
hit the
Mr.
ground. That's when they
Perfect Game
boo you.
himself, Mark Burley. Mark, what was your critique of my pitch?
A little high.
Little high.
Yeah, I need to get it down the stretch.
Really looks like you.
In fairness, I'm a little high. Did some bad things before the game.
He did not like
I mean,
No,
come
actually, on
on,
a
dude.
serious
Like,
note,
at
we
least you got it
lost two
over
people
the
that had
plate.
prominent
50
roles.
Cent or Dr. Fauci,
Those are some amazing.
Baba Booey, is it Chris Rock?
Whoa.
I'm surprised that you were even able to pick up the baseball. That's fucking
I
impressive.
was practicing in the parking lot with a buddy of mine for quite some time.
Was your arm so sore the next day?
No.
Did you call him dad after every pitch?
No. I mean, as in, I wish I had a dad. Well, it was easy because that was probably about as full as the park got that day. The Bears were playing the Steelers in the home opener, and no one was watching a fourth-place White Sox game that day, so it made it a little easier. No crowd. But, yeah, I would have thrown better had she not been there to make me nervous. These surprises don't work out.
Sure.
No surprise should involve a human being that you don't know is coming.
How do you feel about like ballpark engagements, like jumbotron type stuff?
It's my personal nightmare.
To be engaged?
Are you sure you're from Jersey?
No. But to be engaged in public, it's like because you feel like you have to perform for everyone.
Smart on the guy's end, though. If he thinks that
Yeah,
there's
right.
a chance
Can't
that,
say
yeah,
no.
go
I
either
mean,
way.
if I were proposed to in a ballpark, I would say yes to save face. I mean, I don't hate anyone enough to do that to them. I would then later say, actually, no.
I think that's probably happened a lot.
Actually, no, but I didn't want to embarrass you in front of I don't know how many viewers.
So I'd like a combined thing because for my wife's, it was my wife's 30th. We went to Wyoming, which is where she spent her summers and winters growing up, and I proposed to her on that trip as a surprise.
Oh, nice.
Actually, so it was her best friend, her family, and then Gino on my side.
Oh my God!
Swear to God, Gino went on a family trip.
Beautiful. Wyoming's one of the most beautiful places in the United States, and you ruin it with Gino.
I can't tell you.
I imagine you get on one knee and he goes, hey, hey.
He goes, this guy gets it.
I'm right here.
Right. Gino was the only one that knew it was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
And I think I had him. Did I have? No, I would not give him the ring. What
my
a fucking
God,
stupid
no.
thought. I'm thinking of what a best man
Yeah,
does.
like for security.
Yeah. He was actually the worst man at my wedding. No, he knew it was going to happen, and I had the ring, and we drove to my wife's grandfather's ranch, and she hadn't been there since he passed away.
Aw.
And I planned this whole thing. It was look at it. He's like, yes, I do. I feel like every time I'm in studio with you, we get closer to being in a relationship. And
Hey, I put out. I know how marriages work.
right. Want a healthy 40s? So I thought it was going to be like the end of the trip. It was the fucking first day, and I thought I would have some time to it. And like I told Gina, I was like, look, we're going to go on a drive. We drove through the Teton Mountains. It was fucking awesome. And then I was like, it should be like the end of the trip, this and this. And my wife goes, oh, there's his house. Like randomly, and like I almost fucking like veered off the road.
Oh, my God.
So we went into the driveway, but the good thing about it was he knew it was going to happen, so he just kept everyone on the trip by the van.
Okay.
So I could have like the moment alone, but we also got engagement pictures because of that, because there was everyone there. So we got the moment.
That's
that
smart. Although I love that Gino knew and the family didn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
Also, just like another moment for the family to hate Gino. Like, why are you keeping us here? This is our home, and you're not letting us in. What's going on?
What do you think of this? And more specifically, what do you think Molly would think of this? This one, although Douglas didn't do a great job because I guess he woke you up in the process. He tried to put the ring on her finger while she was asleep.
Wow.
That's what I wanted.
Well, yeah, but you.
I had told him that years ago.
I feel like that
was
says a lot about your personality.
that was
I
my
wanna be
dream
asleep for this whole
to
thing.
just wake up with a ring on my finger. So he tried.
That's such an odd thing.
And now looking back, it's the most selfish request because then he's not sleeping.
It's the only thing the guy has control over, and you're like, I don't want to be awake for this. Just do it.
but
So true.
because he was so nervous and
Right.
like trying to see when I was asleep and whatever.
Right.
I feel his energy and his eyes staring at me, so I couldn't sleep.
Right. Which finger did he put it on?
The correct one. Yeah. But yeah, at some point he just gave up because at like 5 a.m, I was like, I can't sleep. I don't know why. And he's like, yeah, I don't know why either. And so I'm just like we're just laying there, and finally he's just like, "Ugh, whatever, and he just shoves it on my finger. But he planned a surprise party for that night with not all of my, but my family wasn't there, just my sister, but with our friends. And that was really cool. I'd always wanted a surprise party. I'd never had one before. I told him that. Every birthday, I'm like half expecting a surprise party, never get one. So I was not expecting this.
Just go in looking around the room.
But it was cool to have like all the people you love kind of together and friends who hadn't met before. And that's when I was like, oh, now I understand weddings.
Sure.
That's why people have them, because there's something really nice about having all these people you love
It's very
in the
fun.
same room.
It's a very, very fun thing. That's how I told my wife that's how I wanted us to get pregnant, is to wake up with her slipping on the cock ring, to really enjoy the
I
moment.
thought you meant I want all of our loved ones surrounding us as we get pregnant.
Second one, I want all of our loved ones. I want to wake up in a surprise party. And full-on morning wood and watch them.
No, that's
It's
tradition.
like Rosemary's Baby, right? Wasn't everyone around the bed with the demon? I don't know.
Well, back in the day, after the king would marry his queen, all of the higher-ups in the palace would sit around the bed and make sure the marriage was consummated. Watch them fuck, people.
Sure, witnesses.
Which I guess is no small feat when you think it was 9 times out of 10 their first cousin. It was probably hard to get up, and
I wonder
really
if
gotta
as they're
focus.
doing it, everyone else is talking shop, like, oh, did you pay the farmer the barrels of hay he's owed?
I'm just trying to figure out.
I
what
would
that
like
accent
I don't know.
I would like the critiquing of that. I'd like a Joe Rogan UFC style critiquing while I was having sex with my wife.
but his voice is not something that is Barry White. Joe Rogan's voice is the
No,
one
I just
that
want to
is-
hear. He locked in the rear naked choke.
It's a violent wedding or consummation. Well, listen, buddy. Thanks so much per usual. Please
one.
pass over any whiskey Gino doesn't drink. Cleanse wise. What do you got for us? Where can we
What am I doing this weekend? Saturday, I'll be headlining Atlantic City Comedy Club. That'll be the last time to see the hour before I record. This Sunday, December 4th. You guys are all obviously.
I would love to,
invited.
but it's my aunt's birthday. I'll be in New Jersey.
Your
What time?
aunt's birthday is an excuse. 7 and 9:30. Come to the 9:30.
I might be able to do 9:30.
Do the 9:30.
I will
God,
be
yeah, because
bartending.
they go to bed at like 8.
Okay, yeah, let me know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, I'll throw you on the list, so you don't have to ask me on air.
Thank you.
7 and 9:30, New York Comedy Club, Gramercy location, 24th and 2nd. It'll be a great show. It's a very fun hour. Gino Visconti is hosting. Casey Balsham is featuring. And then I have 2 buddies closing out the Czech fun after I get off. But it's a great
Come to
one.
the 9:30 one and give me money. I will be.
Sure,
at
if
that
you want to
one.
do that. If you want to do that,
Yeah, you never know.
go to the link was on I don't know if we have the same system for that Jameson show last night, but if you go to my social media, the link that's in all of my bios, use that for the tickets. It'll give you a $10 discounted ticket. 9:30, December 4th, be there. It's going to be a great night, and then we'll all go drink at Patty McGuire's on 39th.
Oh, I love that bar, especially when they got the Christmas decorations up.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.